And our first stop of the day is going to be at the Adidas outlet. Here we have the AE2s, and we do have a size 13. Let's see what colorway this is. All right, 13.
I was calling you because I didn't know nothing about the group chat. I just went.
For adults, they have the Anthony Edwards 2s and for $40, but it looks like in the kid sizes, they have them for $50. So not much of a deal from parents coming in trying to get them for kids, which still $50. You're still making out really good on them. Let's try our luck at the Nike outlet. We have the Air Foamposite 1s, white colorway for $169. I see everything from largest size that I see is 11 and a half. So we got from an 8.5 to an 11.5. You also got the RMs in here. Rejuvenates. Anybody wearing a size 15? Nike Cities for $59.99. The Janoskis, the SB Zooms, have those in here for $69.99. And Jordan Zoom Separates. Never even heard of those, but they're sitting in here for $79.99. That is wild. I don't really see anything good in my size, but I was able to grab something at the Norfolk outlet, so I'm going to show you guys that when we get back to the office. These MVP 92s be kind of clean, but I'd rather just have a full Jordan 7 to wear. They got 92s all over the place. I don't see anything other than 92s and RMs. The Nike Shox TL. Air Max Correlates. Before I head home, we are stopping at Eastfield, which is a new, I guess you would call it a shopping center. Here in Selma, North Carolina, you have a Hobby Lobby way down on the end. You have an Old Navy, an Ulta Beauty. You have Burlington, Marshalls, a Five Below. You have Ross Dress for Less. You have an Academy, Sports and Outdoors, Rack Room Shoes, and way down on the end they have a new Target that was just built. You also have a Men's Warehouse here, a Panda Express, a Chase Bake, Longhorn Steakhouse, and a Olive Garden as well. And all of this stuff has been built within the last year and a half. We were coming down here maybe a year ago, and they only had this section from Academy down to Hobby Lobby. They have built the rest of this stuff probably within the last, let's just say 7 to 8 months. But I always come here whenever I come to the outlet. Hop on over to Selma and check out some of the deals that they have over here in the shopping center. I was just about to write these guys off, but they do have the new bronze here in Burlington. This is a size 4. And they also have the Morehouse College Air Maxes, but this is also a super small size. That is a size 5. So you have Morehouse Air Max 95, and you have the newest LeBrons that dropped. What was that? 10/29/2003. Is that when Bron made his debut? but clean. You even get a lace swap. Get a baggie for the extra laces. We are here at Marshall's. Let's see if they even got anything in my size. Have a pair of the Nike Air Pegasus in my size, and they have these for $79.99. Would you guys pay $79.99 for some bright green Air Max Pegasus? Let's see if these Ascenders are in my size. It says women's Nike Ascenders. Yeah, they look a little small to be a 13, and these are $69.99. Definitely not a men's 13. It says US 13 on them though. But a women's 13 would be what, a guy's 11 and a half. A whole assortment of Hey Dudes out here. You got your red, white, and black, your yellow, white, and black, and your green, white, and black. This is like that Kobe pack that just dropped. You guys gonna get that Hey Dude Kobe pack instead of the draft day pack? And the last stop of the day, we have Ross, who has absolutely nothing. What is going on, family? It's your Carolina cousin Big M back at you with another one. And I just completed my first successful blog. I do go out a lot. Anytime I'm heading out of town, I do take my camera with me to see if I can pick up some shoes for you guys. And normally it's not anything too big. You might have a Ross pickup or something like that. And I bring those videos to you guys. But this one was one of my haul of all hauls. So I had to go ahead and get video footage of this and bring it to you guys. Yesterday, starting on 4th of July, I decided that I was going to go out, and instead of trying to battle the heat and cooking on the grill and adding heat to the mix and everything, I decided instead of sitting out in the sun, let's hop in the car, let's go ahead and see what some of these 4th of July sales were looking like. And I decided to head up to the Norfolk outlet, Norfolk Premium Outlets, and I went to the Nike outlet there, and I was able to get my hands on a pair of the Air Jordan 13 Retro Low OG, and these are the bands here. So I was able to get this on the back wall. They didn't have a bunch of these. I didn't have my camera. For some reason, I left it home and everything when I headed to the Norfolk outlet on the 4th of July. But I was able to get the band pair, the only pair that was actually in the building, and they had it in my size 13, as you know, king size, the size that Jordan actually wears. So I was able to finally get my band pair. You guys already know what's going on. You have that 10/18/84 when Jordan hit the floor. In there, you have all the commemorative things going on. Do have this sticker in here. I'm not sure why they put it on the actual footbed, but it's tearing off on my insole. But that's basically the sticker price of the 145, and up under it, I was trying to let you guys see what is on the actual insole about the thing being banned, but I'm going to try to get that off at another time. On the laces, you do have uh, the what if. Oh, imagine if. So you have imagine on this one, and then you have the if with the dots on this one. From looking at it, this isn't the most tumbled leather, but they look really good in my opinion. Got the big swoosh up there. Can't go wrong with the not the Chicago, the bread colorway for the Jordan 1 lows. Let's see how the other shoe looks. And this one actually looks a little bit more tumble. That leather looks just a little bit softer. But they feel the same thing on the inside of the shoe. Let me compare them against each other. Yeah, this one looks a lot smoother, if you guys can see with the leather here. That looks a lot smoother than this one, correct? That one looks pebbled. And then this one coming in all smooth. But the Nike Check has that pebbled leather on both sides of each of the shoes. And you can also see the 10.8.14 on this, the day that Jordan hit the floor. And you can also see where it says on October 18th, 1984, they were thrown out of the game. So you're actually able to see this insole. But I was actually able to pick up this pair. Let me see. They were 145, and we're not getting anything in the box. You do get a YCM sticker, but because I got this on the back wall, they did not give me a lid to my box. So you do see the Imagine If up here, and as you can see here, the price is 145, which is the normal price for the Jordan 1 lows now. What ended up happening was because this was on the back wall, they were 40% off. Because I had just used my card at a new location, or it was the first time that I was at this location, they took an additional 10% off. So my total ended up going from 145 down to 78.30, and with taxes in Virginia, the final total was $83. So I was able to get this pair of banned Jordan 1 lows. Instead of paying 145, I was able to pay 83 out of the door. Yeah. Had to make sure I didn't show you guys any of my information. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to show the receipt for any of the other ones. But it didn't stop there. I had watched Dre the Shoe God, and he was talking about a couple of people putting him on, letting him know that the Adidas outlets, which I normally don't even go into. If I get Adidas, it's normally going to be from like Ross or Marshalls or something like that. Something real quick that I could throw on just for the gym. I'm normally not wearing Adidas unless it's like the Kobe Crazy Eights or Adidas Top 10, stuff like that. Um, so I decided to go into the Adidas outlets because of Dre the Shoe Guy saying that Adidas had a sale on the Anthony Edwards version 2 of his sneaker, and that everything was on sale for $40. Couldn't believe it, but you know, hey, everyone else's outlets get some amazing shoes, and because I wear a size 13, there's literally slim pickings by the time I get to anything. You're going to get like a pair of Campuses, or even normally at the Nike outlet, I'm not finding anything good inside there. You know, like a pair of Giannis Immortalities or something like that. Um, but I went into the Adidas outlet in Norfolk Premium Outlets, and I was able to get my hands on a pair that they are calling. I think this one is called With Love. So the Adidas colorways are really weird, but this is what I'm talking about. It was the first AE2 uh, that came out. So here you have the With Love color pair. I mean colorway, and they do give you an extra set of laces. So you have like a peach, a black, pink, and I would say that that's the majority of the colors. But when you look at the boxes, like the colorways are so weird with the AE2s. Like, you guys let me know how I'm supposed to read this. Of course, it's size 13, king size. But what is that? Aqua, sea black, icy red. Like, so basically, red, black, and Ciora, something like that. But we're just gonna say black, pink, and peach. But I got this from the Norfolk Premium Outlet, and the original price of the AE2s are 130. So they did have this for uh, $90 off, and I was able to get it out the door for $42. So that's Virginia taxes is $2.40 on $40, and as you can see, the selling price there they took $90 off of the 130. So that's what I got. That was the only pair that they had in there for for the $40. But I didn't have time to go up to the Hampton outlet yesterday, so I did call them this morning. They said that they had some size 13s available, but they didn't say in the AE2s. They just said that they had size 13 available. I wasn't really trusting that, so I called up the Smithfield outlet, and they told me that they had size 13s in the AE2s. So I decided to drive south instead of driving north, and I went to the Smithfield, North Carolina location, and I was able to find a pair of the AE2s. This colorway, much more likely for me to actually wear. You have this red, black, and silver. You do get a extra pair of red laces, and of course, like I said, size 13 as always. Pretty dope colorway, but once again, uh, really weird way that they have their colors lined up. So as you can see, it's like silver, Peru, and black. But I'm just going, what is that, like silver, purple, black? But the shoe isn't silver, purple, and black. The shoe is silver, black, and red. So not sure if you guys are watching this for the first time and this is the first AE2 that you guys are seeing. So I'm just going to give you a full view of it. On the bottom, you do have that flex shank plate that keeps everything in. You do have amazing traction on this shoe. He has a takedown model that he just released, and he was actually wearing it in the playoffs. But they say that you sit very low in these, below the midsole. Let me see. Well, this is where my finger is. So yeah, you're sitting right at the midsole. Um, but to me, beautiful shoe. Like if I'm wearing some Adidas gear, I don't always wear, Nike hoodies and sweatpants and stuff like that. So I will go ahead and when I'm rocking my Adidas gear, I'll throw on the AEs. I'm not really the biggest Adidas fan. I'm gonna rock Nikes and Jordans over Adidas, but you can't beat it for $40. So I know what you're saying. Well, you probably don't know this, but the outlet in Smithfield is about 2 hours from me. So to drive all of that way for one pair is kind of insane. But they did not have any other 13s except for this safety orange pair. So what is going to happen is, since this isn't my favorite colorway, this one is probably going to end up being my gym sneaker. You have that like safety orange and silver, of course, size 13, and you do get a extra pair of laces on these as well. So once again, you got the way that the AE2s look. You can see that orange mesh up under the orange. The Anthony Edwards logo here. Like I said, you've probably seen the Anthony Edwards, but if you haven't, this is what they look like. And this is all three of them together. Get all these laces in. So these two are probably going to be the ones that I end up wearing the most, like outside. And then this one, I'm just going to be at the gym. Like, people wear some wacky stuff to the gym. Shoes normally aren't matching, so that is what I'm going to wear to the gym. But the other two, hey, you can't beat it for $40. Like, for 130, I wouldn't be buying the Anthony Edwards, but I do like it for this price point. I did actually want to get the AE1s when they were coming out, but I noticed that they were going on sale, and by the time the sale hit, they would be out of my size. Size 13s go quick, so if you're not buying them for full price, you're probably not going to get them. But they do have a AE3 that is going to be coming out, and just from me trying these on, these are very comfortable. They are nothing like the Jordans that I'm used to wearing, where they are more lifestyle instead of being comfort. This has that new technology in it that is very comfortable on foot. So I am going to be trying these out at the gym. And for anyone that was saying, oh, well, what's wrong with the color blocking? Jordan is very simple with their color blocking, as you will see here. It is, for this one, you have black. Why is that not picking up? You have black and then black varsity red. Very simple. All they had to do was black, red, gray. They didn't have to have the Aciora and Sea Black and Aussie Red and Silver Mountain and all of the things that they do and everything. But so a little recap: if you are looking for school shoes, you may want to hit your outlets. Got this for basically 50% off. Uh, Pair of Jordan 1 lows. Luckily, last pair in the place. I'm not going to say that you are going to get your hands on a pair like that if you go out, but hey, got my hands on a pair of Jordan 1 lows for $80. And for the price of one pair of Ant-Man sneakers, normally the price is $130. I was able to get three pair for $120. So should this be the thumbnail, guys? Hopefully you guys found this informational. Hopefully there are still some pairs available for you guys to be able to get some for your kids. And another weird thing was that the kids pairs were $50 while the adults was $40. So I'm not sure if they're selling in adult sizes the way that the kids are buying them up, but they were $10 more in the children's sizes. But hopefully they have a few pair for you to grab some going back to school and everything. And of course, peace, positivity.